Hey friend, John MacLennan here, and in this video you're going to learn how to play Southern Nights as recorded by Glen Campbell on guitar. Now this is an awesome song that has two sections to it. We're going to start off with the intro riff, which is that figure you heard me play at the top of this video, and then we're going to go into the verse, which is the main chord progression for the tune. We're also going to learn sort of an upbeat, it's like almost a reggae kind of groove, but in a country style. So I'm going to show you how to strum on the upbeats as we go through the progression. Before we dive into it though, I want to hook you up with a gift right away for spending some time with me here on my channel. I've got an awesome fretboard guide that you can download that's just a one-page PDF, but it's going to show you the 5 must-know chords and scales that I use to basically be able to play anything on guitar. So you can check that out. Just go to johnmaclennan.com/fretboard guide or use the first link down below. And this is an awesome PDF for you to print out and put on your music stand or keep on your desk. That's just going to be a handy resource as you keep learning more and more about guitar. All right, well, with that said, let's dive into this song. Let's break down how to play Southern Nights as recorded by Glen Campbell. Now, we're going to start off with this intro riff, and I tried to come up with the easiest way to play this, and then I'll show you some more advanced things you could do as well. But here's the intro riff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go into the verse there. So this is a 4-bar intro, and we start off with this 1 bar that goes 3 times. So it's gonna go, and it's all on 2 strings. It's pretty cool. We're gonna start with the open 2nd string, then go to the 2nd fret, then go to the 1st string and play open, 2, 4, 2, open, and then finish back on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. So that's 1 E and a 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a bum 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 bum. Then we end with this 8th note walk down that's really very similar to the blues scale. If you know your E blues scale, you'll recognize this. Okay, I'm playing the 3rd fret of the 1st string, then down to 2, then 0. So 3, 2, 0. Then on the 2nd string, 3, 0. Then on the 3rd string, I'll play the same as I did on the 1st string. 3, 2, 0. So, and then finish on an E chord, and that's going to be our verse, the start of the verse there where Glen comes in singing. So, if you know your blues scale, it's, but notice that there's 1 note different. Glen adds that note, and that's a cool note. They're all even, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we do the first riff 3 times and then end with that walk down. So let's try that together. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Now, you could, if you want, play a little bit of an E chord with that riff, so that would sound like this. Which is a cool little spice you could add in there to mix it up. Now here what I'm doing is strumming the E chord all the way to the 2nd string. I'm going to try and stop there on the 2nd string. And then I play the 2nd fret with my pinky, so I'm holding down the E chord. And I get that full sound of the chord and the melody. Then I jump to the riff. And then I do it again. Then blues lick. All right, from there we go into the verse, and Glen comes in singing Southern Nights. Here's what this verse section sounds like. All right, so here I'm playing an 8-bar chord progression, and this is the majority of the song. Once you get that intro riff and you get this chord progression, you're going to be able to play the entire song. There's one variation I'll show you after this, but the verse starts with an E chord, all 6 strings, open, 2, 2, 1, open, open. Then go to a C sharp 7. That's 4, 3, 4, 2, just playing those middle strings. Then we'll go to an F sharp 9 chord for 2 bars. Now this is like an F sharp 7 here, but I've added my pinky to the 4th fret of the 1st string. Great sound. Now that chord is going to last 2 bars, as I mentioned. Then we'll go to an A major 7 for 2 bars. This is a great chord, again, from the 5th string down, open, 7, 6, 5, 4. You can see all my fingers are just lined up in a line like that. Then go to G sharp minor for a bar, and then B7 for a bar. G sharp minor is here at the 4th fret, 4, 6, 6, 4, 4, 4. It's a bar chord. Now I played it with my thumb. I rarely play bar chords like this. I tend to use more thumb chords, but you can use whatever's comfortable for you. And then B7 is from the 5th string down, 2, 1, 2, open, 2. So all together, it's going to go like this. E, 2, 3, 4, C sharp 7, then F sharp 9 for 2 bars, then A major 7, G sharp minor, B7. Now this song has a funky groove to it, so rhythmically we're gonna go. So what I'm doing here with the strum hand and the fretting hand is I'm combining the chords with an upbeat rhythm. So if I count it out, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, I'm going to strum a down strum on all of the ands. So you want to count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So with my strum hand, I'm resting, and then I'm doing a down, and I'm keeping the chord very staccato. So I'm not like letting it ring like that. It's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it can almost be more of like a just percussive sound than having the chord be perfectly clear and hearing all the notes. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and that's our groove. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and A major 7, 2 bars, G sharp minor. Now here we're gonna change the rhythm. So what I did there in the last measure on the B7 is I just go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and play all downs. Now there are some cool things that I did, like I went. So that's like anticipating the C sharp 7 by playing a C and then sliding it up. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so that's hitting this C on the and a 4 and then sliding it on 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You could add that in if you want. All right, so out of this, we go back. So as I mentioned, that's like the majority of the song. Now, at about 2 minutes and 12 seconds, this is the second to last verse. And there's a little variation that Glen does. What he does is he cuts it short. So he plays the first 5 bars of the verse. 1, 2, 3. and 3 and 4, C sharp, F sharp 9. Then he goes to A major 7, and then here he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and this variation is over the words mystery, okay? And what he does is he goes from that A major 7 and he quickly goes to B7 in the 6th bar. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and B7. And then he does the riff. Just 2 times, like this. Then we're back into the verse progression as we've played it throughout the entire song. So that's the only variation. Congrats on making it through this awesome Glen Campbell tune. Be sure to take your time with it. Start off with that riff, and you can play just sort of the 1-string version, and then as it gets comfortable, you can try and add more of a chord in there, and then go into the progression and practice it along with the recording once you feel comfortable. And to help you put all of this together and just make sense of the guitar neck more in a simple way, be sure to download my fretboard guide that you can get. Just go to johnmaclennan.com/fretboard guide, or use the first link down below, and this is going to show you how I think about the neck. It's going to show you what I think are the 5 must-know chords and scales to start putting it all together. So check that out again at the first link down below, or just go to johnmaclennan.com/fretboard guide. Also, leave a comment down below and let me know your #1 song that you would like to see me teach here next on the channel. Thanks for your support with the videos, and we'll see you in another one real soon.